Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm on the lookout for yellow wagtails today. Now, anyone that watches my channel on a regular basis, you'll know that probably, I think the last video I put out, I was photographing at one of my local wildlife areas, and I got some great shots of great white egrets, herons, little egrets, all sorts of water birds, skylarks. But I also spotted some slightly distant grey wagtails. Now this is a really good area, yellow wagtails. This is a really good area for yellow wagtails, and they're cracking little birds. So I'm going to spend a lot more time trying to get some closer shots of the yellow wagtails. So I'm setting up with this field in the background, and I'm going to bring my camera lower because I've only just arrived, and I'm just going to wait it out and see if we can get some closer shots. I know they're here. So I think I've got a reasonably good chance. Now I'm not going to go down to ground level because even though the grass isn't that long, the yellow wagtails are small little birds and they get lost in the grass. So I'm going to be about 2 foot off the ground. So I'm going to drop my tripod down lower than it is at the moment. I've only just arrived, and then just keep an eye and wait for them to fly in, because they flit in and out and feed on all different fields. And there's been the farmer puts sheep out in these fields, and the wagtails often follow the sheep because they eat the insects. So I'll speak to you in a little while, and fingers crossed. Hi guys, yeah, I've got yellow wagtails in the field just over there. They're a little bit distant at the moment, but they're coming closer. So once they start getting a bit closer, I'm going to have to stop talking because I don't want to spook them, but it's looking good. Light's in a nice direction. As I say, I'm not super low to the ground because I won't be able to see the yellow wagtails if I get too low. And also the field just goes up in like a little bow, so I've actually got quite a nice angle as it is. They're cracking little birds. They're just sort of mooching around, feeding on insects at the moment. So I'm just gonna keep shooting. And as I say, they're moving this way, so I think I'm gonna have to be quiet now and just get on with the photography. So I'll speak to you in a little while, guys. Hi guys, yeah, I've moved location now. I've literally moved about 15 feet actually. So I've got some great shots of the yellow wagtails, and they were over in the field that I was hoping that they were going to land in. But they've moved off now and they're flitting around a bit, and they've flown over to this side here, and we've got some rough grassland, a little track, farmer's track, and a few shrubs, and they flew into the shrubs. So I'm just going to keep my eye and see where they fly off to next. But I've got some really nice shots. Really close, lovely colours, good light, everything's good. And the other thing this location's good for is skylarks. And at the moment it's early spring, so we're into the breeding season, so the males are really calling to attract the female. And so I'm hoping to get some flight shots, because they fly up, they sing, and then they drop back down again. But I've already got some nice shots of a skylark that it just popped up onto the bank, and it was quite big in the frame. And then I've got some slightly more distant shots of another skylark with some nesting material in its beak. So we're really looking good at the moment. Now I've got my 600mm lens, but today I've got my D500 because I've got a slight problem with my F to Z adapter for my Z6 II. But D500, fantastic wildlife camera. I'm shooting on, as I say, my 600mm lens, and on the D500 that gives me around about 900mm equivalent, because it's crop censored. Not around about, it does give me 900mm focal reach equivalent. I'm on a 2,000th of a second, so that if the birds take off, and there's one over there now flying actually, sorry guys, I'm going to have to just keep shooting. Right, it's gone up really high now, so I'm going to wait for it to drop back down again. I'm on a 2000th of a second, ISO 400 because there's a lot of light around, and f5.6, so I'm going to have really good quality images. Now I know that it's up there, but it's so high at the moment that it's pointless photographing, so what I'm going to do is wait for that Skylark to drop down and hopefully get some decent shots. Now the light is in a slightly wrong position. I'm hoping it's going to slightly turn so I'll get a bit of light on its face, but I'm going to wait around and come back after I've had a tea break and do some more photography here anyway. So yeah, oh, I think I might have got a couple of shots of goldfinches as well, over in the bushes, sort of over there. So it's all looking good. I'll speak to you in a little while. So I'll spin the camera around, guys, and as you can see, there's the farmer's track and here's the rough grassland, and right in the distance there, I don't know if you can see it, is that's where the yellow wagtails flew into, but they've flown off again now and they're just flitting around all over the place. So I'm going to stay where I am and just see what happens, and that's the sort of area they were in. So yeah, really good morning so far. Hi guys, I've just got some lovely footage of a Skylark taking a dust bath in this farmer's track down here. Really lovely footage. I've got some more stills of the Skylarks. I think I've got some Skylarks in flight as well, so it's all good. Yeah, I'm having a cracking morning. Now I'm going to wait for the sun to move around a little bit as well, because the light isn't perfect for the flight shots of the Skylark, and I would like to get some Skylarks in flight in slightly better light. But Skylark having a dust bath, I've not seen that before, so that's fantastic. Nice little bit of behaviour there. So yeah, I'm going to crack on now and I'll speak to you in a while. Hi guys, I've had a really cracking afternoon. I'm pretty much losing the light now, but I've had a mixture of really nice directional sunlight this afternoon and cloudy conditions, and the plan was to photograph Skylarks in flight, and I've got some lovely in-flight shots. I've got slow motion footage and I've got some stills, and a lot of those, oh, there's a couple of little eaglets over there as well. We'll just quickly get them. Yeah, the plan was to get the Skylarks in flight, and I've got, as I say, slow motion footage, I've got stills, I've got them in soft lighting, and I've got them in really nice contrasty directional lighting. And that's the sort of lighting you want for these birds, because it really brings out the plumage. You get a little catch light in the eye and they just look sharper. So it's been superb. I've also had Skylarks on the bank just over there, and I've got a couple of shots hopefully of them taking off. So it's been superb. I had a good morning and I've got the yellow wagtails, which is what I set out to do, and now I've got Skylarks in flight, so it's been superb. I think the light's pretty much gone now. The cloud is starting to thicken up, so I'm going to call it a wrap. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed it, if you can give it a thumbs up, a like, that would be brilliant. That always helps my channel. And if you've enjoyed this video, you know, if it's been interesting for you, if you haven't already subscribed, if you can consider subscribing, that would be brilliant. The more the merrier. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll speak to you on the next one. So bye for now, guys.